EA Games.
EA, you greedy bastards are at it again. Hey, what's up everybody, Slammer35 here, bringing guys a quick discussion video. So I've been seeing things about this lately. Apparently EA wants to, as they say, thoughtfully put more dynamic in-game advertisements into more of their games. And you know, with this being EA and the path that EA has been going down these past few years, you already know this is going to be a disaster. Now, I know this news came out a little bit ago, but I was wanting to talk a little bit about it myself, and it took me some time, you know, just to get around to writing up what I was wanting to say about this, but here it is. Better late than never, I guess. So now, not only is $70 plus tax not enough for video games, not only are season passes and battle passes and 15 different pre-order tiers not enough, now you got EA over here wanting to put more advertisements into the games themselves now too. Now EA said that they wanted to create a new ad placement system for their games going forward that allows them to put, and like I said, more dynamic in-game advertisements into their games. I don't know what exactly they mean by that, but I have seen some previous examples of how EA handles in-game advertisements in some of their other games, you know, like the UFC games, and it just makes me think to myself, man, I'm glad I don't buy or play EA games anymore. Like, I really cannot remember the last EA game I even played. Like, they just don't make a lot of the games that really interest me anymore, so I just don't bother with them. So it's been a long time since I've ever even bought or played an EA game. And it's not even just them. I've also seen some examples before of you know, full screen unskippable ads in other sports games like NBA 2K, which is yet another type of game that I'm glad I don't play. You dodge a whole lot of bullets by not playing these freaking sports games, I'm telling you. You know, for what I've seen of it, what I've seen from all like these companies be doing these in-game advertisements and stuff, it just looks absolutely diabolical. Like, or at least in the case of NBA 2K, like that is just straight up free-to-play mobile game tier type of advertisements, which is for a $60 to $70 game. And I'm just sat here like, wow, that is just insane. Like, these companies really just want to, is that how these companies really just want to operate on business going forward like that? Like, really? Is this what we're gonna do now? And also, on a brief side tangent, you know, this reminds me of some article or something I saw somewhere. It was a long time ago, many years ago, and I can't remember the exact date or time that I saw it, but I know it was sometime around when, like, you know, that era when mobile games were starting to get really popular and stuff and make a whole lot of money. And, you know, a lot of the companies in the AAA market back then at the time were taking notice about how much money the mobile games could make back then and all that stuff. And like the article or whatever it was I came across that I saw that pretty much was asking the question something along the lines of, is mobile gaming the future? Because, you know, like I said, their mobile game was becoming really huge with the amount of money and stuff that they were making, and then, you know, it was asking if mobile gaming was like the future of the industry at that point. And, you know, I remember back then people scoffed at the idea of that being a possibility because, you know, of mobile games' nature and the way that their games and the systems are designed for mobile games back then. You know, it's very, you know, waiting for timers to run out and stuff like that. You know how, like, you know, mobile games can be, especially from back then. You know, just, you know, looking at how much of like that mobile gaming mindset, and at least in terms of monetization and stuff, looking at the mobile gaming mindset in terms of monetization and stuff, and just looking at how much of an influence that those mobile gaming systems have made their way into AAA games over like the past few years, with how some of these AAA games handle themselves. You know, you even have games like Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I think it has some kind of like XP booster thing or something. Like, you could like buy with real money an XP booster, that way you could just like gain XP a whole lot faster and not have to sit there and grind forever to get the XP or something like that. You just see stuff like that, and just other various examples of some of these AAA games doing stuff like that, and then I just sit here and kind of wonder if that did end up becoming true in a way. Because like I said, the amount of like influence the monetization aspects these mobile games have had on AAA console games. I guess mobile gaming was somewhat the future in a weird kind of way, if you get what I mean. At least like I said, at least in terms of like the influence the greedier side of it has had on the greedy executives and or companies in gaming these days. Like, with stuff like this comes up, I've thought about that conversation or wherever it was I saw that springing up in the past before, and I've tried to find where I specifically saw that at, but I could never track down where I originally saw it at. But I do remember that being a conversation sometime back then, and it had to have been sometime during the PS360 generation, I feel like. But anyway, now with EA being EA and their reputation being what it is these days, you just know the way that they're going to go about doing these ad things is going to be miserable. like they say they're going to do it quote unquote thoughtfully, but I mean, this is EA we're talking about. I can only imagine just how egregious it's gonna end up being. Like, EA is gonna pull some nonsense, man. like I was just thinking about this as I was trying to come up with something to talk about for this video. Like, imagine if every time you wanted to fast travel in the game, you would get hit with an ad. Like instead of the loading screen, you would just get hit with some type of ad that plays through while the game is loading the fast travel. Absolutely crazy. I'd rather just have the freaking loading screens back. Now, when this news first came out, I saw a couple of joke mock-up ads that people were making to make fun of and exaggerate, how EA would go about doing this. How people make, a lot of exaggerated jokes and memes about stuff whenever something like this gets announced. One I saw was like the 5-second countdown before an ad starts. Like how you see here on YouTube, something like that happens before an in-game cutscene plays. And while I thought it was funny and people were just making jokes and poking fun at EA and stuff like that, the scary thing is I could low-key see something like that or something similar to that actually happening. And that's the craziest part about it, is it's like I really don't put it past EA or a lot of these like really greedy companies to end up doing something similar to that. Like, it's crazy. And knowing just EA alone, let alone just the current state of modern day gaming and a lot of like these really greedy publishers and stuff, they'll probably try to sell you some stupid kind of get rid of the ads DLC or something. Pay an extra $5, you don't even have to worry about seeing the ads in a video game anymore, on top of the $70 you already paid to get the game in the first place. Absolutely diabolical, man. Like, I don't know, man. Sometimes gaming looking a little spooky these days. But anyway, what do you guys think? Do you guys trust EA with this? Me personally, no, not really. Like, I don't think that they won't try some type of sleazy way of implementing in-game ads to be either annoying or just stupid or something. I don't know what they're going to do with it, but I really don't trust them with it myself personally. But do you guys do or not? Or you guys just not even bother playing EA games much anymore either, like I do? like I said, I can't remember the last EA game I even played. But either way, leave a comment about what you guys think in the comment section. I'm StemMac35 and I'm out. Please don't forget to leave a like on the video and subscribe. Peace.